Well, she's an award-winning author right here from Florida, and her new book just hit store shelves. Welcome, Rachel Hauck, to the Morning Blend. Great to talk with you today.
It's good to be here, Roxanne. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on all the success you've been having with your writing, because this is the third of a series of wedding books.
Right. We're calling it a collection because the stories aren't, they're interrelated, but they're not necessarily continuing character. But yeah, we're a collection of wedding stories.
It's interesting, with the first of these three, you wrote it 4 years ago, and yet you just now are on the bestseller list.
Yeah, The Wedding Dress, I wrote it 4 years ago. It's always been kind of successful, but recently it hit the New York Times and the USA Today and the Wall Street Journal. You got to get them all in there.
Right.
And it's highly unusual, but Amazon featured it on its main page, and readers just found a story that they loved.
So you love stories, obviously, as well, romantic stories and stories about weddings.
Absolutely. Well, romance is the #1 genre, so when you're starting out as a new author, you think, where can I sell books? Where can I fit in? And so I just happened to fall into the romance genre, and weddings just took off from that.
And so you also write in split time, which means a lot more research for the author.
Yeah, definitely a lot more research.
But readers seem to really like it as well.
Yeah. Split time, for those of people who don't know, is a story set historically, back in time, and then it's set contemporary time. So you're looking at maybe 100 or 80 years difference between your two heroines or your two protagonists. But I love looking in the past to see how it might affect the future.
I see. That's a neat way to set things up. And you also, first tell us a little bit about the plot of The Wedding Shop.
Okay, this is about a wedding shop set in fictional Harts Bend, Tennessee. There's like the name Harts Bend for a romance novel. And it's just outside of Nashville. And it's about this wedding shop that was founded in 1890s. And then the two women who run it are Cora and Haley. But they're separated by 80 years. So how does Cora affect Haley, and how does Haley affect Cora? Well, that's what the story is about.
That's interesting. And you also are really enjoying this Southern fiction that people love, that's very popular.
We live in the South.
Right. So what do you have to do from a research standpoint? Obviously, you live in Florida, but that's different than the South.
Yeah, it's not Southern fiction, but it's set in the South. So you have so many fun things like sun and fun, and you have Southern traditions. Southern culture is rich in texture, sassy sayings, Southern accents, iced tea. So I just kind of delve into all those things and the culture of the South, which I really love anyway. So
I was reading an interview that you did, and you said you have a little quirk when you do your writing, and that
which quirk is this?
and that you have to have the right lighting, which I feel you. I like the right lighting. This is good.
Totally.
But to write with the right lighting is kind of unique.
Yeah, I have to arrange all my lighting. I have to have all these certain lights on, and I have LED lights up over top. I have. You got to have the right light. You got to create the atmosphere to write in. A little bit of music maybe to get inspired in the beginning, but yeah.
And what about when you do hit those kinds of blocks? Because with fiction, I mean, that's the beautiful thing, is you're taken to this magical made-up place, but sometimes you don't know where you're going.
No, a lot of times you don't know where you're going. So that's when you take a walk, you go to the gym, you take a bath, you call your writing partner. I have a writing partner, and I call her, and I'm stuck. So she gives me inspiration.
Very cool. What can your fans be most excited about and most look forward to with The Wedding Shop?
I love this book. A book's like a baby to an author.
Right.
Or some authors say that.
Labor pains are easier in some cases than others.
I'm sure Natalie will disagree with me later on. But I love the fact that this story just captured my heart. The 1930s heroine named Cora. And once I developed her story, I just loved her. And so this is one of my favorites. So I think people who like romance or weddings or historical and contemporary novels blended together will like this story.
Well, can't wait to dig into it. And Rachel, congratulations with everything.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Thanks for having me.
You bet.